Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to implement the Lambda function. Very briefly, I'm going to discuss what is Lambda. It is a service provided by Amazon and it is a serverless service which is event driven. And basically what it does it, we what whenever we are going to use Lambda, we do not have to think about how to create or manage servers. So Lambda is basically going to provide servers on pay-as-you-go model, and we have to pay by the millisecond in Lambda, and we can attach our code through it. We can upload our code in the language provided by the Lambda or the languages used in the Lambda, and we can attach our IoT devices data to it. We can attach our devices in a tractor and attach it with the Lambda, and the Lambda is going to tell us if any part of the tractor is not functioning well and all these kind of things. So let's directly jump to the AWS console and let's see how to use the Lambda uh, function, how to create a Lambda function. I can directly go to Lambda through the recently visited, as I have recently visited Lambda, I have recently visited IAM. I can directly search, or I can go to the services part and go to the compute part and press Lambda. So now it is going to open me a Lambda console from where I can create my Lambda function. Okay, it has loaded the side screen. Okay, I have already created a function called as my function. Let me create another function. Let me go to create function. I am going to create a function from scratch. Let me give it another name, man function AWS, and I'm going to use node.js language to write my code, and I will give it a role also. I have create a role is there. Uh, Created using IAM, and the role's name is Lambda Access to CloudWatch. Okay, and if you can see below, there is a view the Lambda Access to CloudWatch role. If I click on it, it is going to open me another window, and here I can see what the role I have created. So through this role, I can go to logs and see my logs about the functions I will create. Okay, so from here you can see it. Okay, I've gone back to my original window Lambda. Okay, let's see if it is open. Yes, it is open, and here it is created. If you click on it, you will see all the permission. There are total 369 permissions you can give to a AWS Lambda event, and I have given one permission to view some logs and to see what the logs are saying. Is everything working well or not? So advanced setting, we do not have to change anything. Let's directly go to create function and let's create this function. And I press the create function button. Now it will create. So it has created the function man function AWS. Okay, spelling is slightly wrong. I think FUNCTION. Okay, no worries. There, let's see. Now there are various tabs. Now in the code tab, we are going to do the coding part, which is directly going to run on the Lambda server. In the test tab, we can see what the test is. In the monitor tab, it is one of the important tabs. Here we can see the code we have just run. What are the parameters? There are different 7 to 8 parameter. If uh, for example, in how much time if you want to see the code took to run, we can go to the monitor tab and see that. So this is by default uh, Node.js code is written. It is just going to print hello from Lambda, and we are going to test it. So let's create a test environment. I've just clicked on test. It is saying create new event. Yes, I have to want to create an event. Let me give it a name. I will give it man event AWS, and event sharing settings is private. Template is hello world. Okay, everything is good. Let's click on save. I clicked on save, and will take few seconds to save. Okay, we have saved it, and now we will again press test to run the code. Now the code is running, and we are not doing anything. The servers are already managed. The servers are elastic in nature. As the demand grows up, it will provide additional server capacity. So yeah, the status is succeeded. You can see here the status succeeded. The maximum memory used is 67 MB and took 13.15 millisecond to run this code. After we have created the event, this is much as was the time. So this is how you can run a function or your code in AWS. Also in the previous video, we have seen that we can upload our code uh, in Lambda also from S3 or a .zip file you can use. So you can do it from here. .zip file you can upload, or Amazon S3 location you will give, and it will run your code. And also let's see the monitor tab. Let's go to the monitor tab. Now this monitor tab have few parameters, and what it is saying is Lambda sends runtime metric for your functions to Amazon CloudWatch. The metrics shown are an aggregate view of all functions runtime activity. To view metrics for the unqualified or latest resource, choose filter by. To view metrics for a specific function version or alias, choose aliases or versions, select the alias or version, and then choose monitor. Okay, so you can do all these things. You can search by the hour, by the day. You can do the custom. It is just going to show the code we have just run, what are the parameters. So how many invocations we have done. So you can see just below that they are showing one invocation in the graph. Below the first graph, they have just given a pop-up. Now let's see the duration. Let's see, the duration is 13.15 seconds. The error count, there should not be no error, there should not be any error. The success rated 100%. So there are various kinds of error like throttles, iterator age, total concurrent execution, asynchronous event age, asynchronous events received, asynchronous events dropped, asynchronous delivery failure. So all these parameters you can monitor using the Lambda function. So this is a very good parameter check you can do with various activities you are performing Lambda. And we have to pay by the millisecond in Lambda. So whenever we are doing some request, we have to pay millisecond, and first a million requests in Lambda are free. So that is a great advantage of using. Okay, so this is this was in this video we have seen how to create the Lambda function. Thank you, and let's meet in the next video.